Today we are going to read a story about a daily routine because I really think that daily routine is a very important part of your learning of English. So learning daily routine is essential for you to be able to talk English with everyone, those whom you know and those whom you don't. Let's get started. The worst part of the day for me is definitely when I have to get up. Waking up that I can handle. But getting up, that I hate. The covers I have on my bed are heavy, mostly because I have a comforter as well as a light blanket. I sleep with 2 pillows, which for some reason have different color pillowcases. Well, at least the sheets match. I sometimes wake up before the alarm goes off. I like to keep the alarm at a low volume with some classical music. Nothing too jarring. My old roommate used to like the terrible buzzer that you find on most alarm clocks nowadays, which always used to drive me nuts. As I was saying, I sometimes wake up before the alarm, usually because of some noise outside the house. A car slamming, an alarm going off, gunfire. Well, okay, not gunfire. But man, is my neighborhood noisy? Of course. When I'm staying in a hotel, it's usually easier to just get a wake-up call from the hotel that set the alarm. I am not really an early riser, so I don't jump out of bed ready to take on the world. I get up very slowly, usually 1 foot on the floor at a time. Every once in a while, I'll oversleep, but not too often or not too often. I really love the weekends when I can sleep in. Now, let me tell you, our story begins by me describing how much I do not like getting up, which you can see. To get up means to get out of bed, which is very clear. To stand up after you have been lying down on a bed. I say that the worst part of my day is when I have to get up. Waking up that I can handle. To wake up 2 words, means that you are sleeping and you stop sleeping and now you are awake. The verb is to wake up. So you can wake up while you are in bed and then you get up. You stand up after lying down. I said that waking up is sometimes that I can handle. Handle here means to be able to control something that I can manage. Another expression would be something I can deal with. The word deal with something is the same in this case. So to be able to handle something, I say that getting up is something that I hate. The covers I have on my bed are heavy. The covers are the things that you put over you to keep you warm. Usually the covers include a blanket, sometimes a comforter, and usually what we would call the top sheet or flat sheet. A comforter is a very thick blanket, a very heavy blanket. A blanket is something that you put over you when you are sleeping to keep you warm. Blanket is a general term. A comforter is a kind of a blanket. A heavy blanket. The opposite of a comforter would be a light blanket. Light blanket. A light blanket would be the opposite, and that is a blanket that will keep you warm. But if it gets very cold, it might not keep you warm. It might not be sufficient. We have a comforter and we have a light blanket. Usually there is a top sheet that you put over you in between your body and the blankets. And this top sheet is sometimes called a flat sheet. The sheet that goes on the bed itself. It goes on to the corners of the bed. That's called a fitted sheet. So we have a fitted sheet on the bed that you sleep on top of. Then we have a top sheet and then a blanket. I say in the story that I sleep with 2 pillows. A pillow is what you put your head on when you sleep. Now, for some reason, I say I have different colored pillowcases. This is true actually. I have a black pillowcase and a blue pillowcase for my 2 pillows. I think the reason is I'm too lazy to go and buy new pillowcase. Well, the pillowcase, one word, is the thing that you put over the pillow so the pillow doesn't get dirty. I say, well, at least the sheets match. We already know what a sheet is because I have already talked about. When we say the sheets match, we mean that they are the same color or 2 colors that look good together. We use the verb to match when we are talking about clothing as well. We use the verb to match when we are talking about clothing as well. Or anything where you can have 2 colors. 2 colors that look good together. We use that verb to match when we are talking about clothing as well. Or anything where you can have 2 colors. Now that's the end of this part of the story. I hope you find it useful to you. If it is, please share and let me know so we can continue the rest of the story.